Guys, this is Sit Paint and Play. This is a new video for beginner painters. It's just kind of give you guys a super general overview of some of the things to expect, and these are all just personally from my experiences. And I'm a beginner painter for the most part myself. I'm no expert, but I can definitely pass on what I've learned so far. Hey guys, Sit Paint and Play here, back at it again, painting today. Class was canceled for both my classes, so I'm going to be painting and making as much content as possible. Just wanted to make a quick update today and a quick reminder. Make sure on your paint pots that you keep them clean on the inside of the lids. They don't need to look like this. If they look like this, that means they are not flush and air is getting in, and they will dry out. If they dry out, they will look like this. See how it's all crusty and chunky in there? Let's see if I can get you. I put water in there, hoping to kind of revive it, and I left it in there with water in there for about 2 weeks, and it's still just as hard as nails. So, and that sucks because that was a brand new pot of paint. Like, I literally had used it like twice, and it was sitting, popped up just with one of the edges stayed popped up, and it completely dried out. So make sure you're getting this closed. One thing you guys are gonna want to, pardon me, do on these is you see the inside of that cap there, right up in there, all that stuff there. Make sure before you close your paint pots that that's cleaned out. Get that stuff scrubbed out, because once it dries, it's pretty much hardened on there, and it kind of uses with the plastic. So make sure you keep that dry on your paint pots. Keep this little back area dry. See what that little seal is right there? Keep all that crud off of there. And yeah, I know mine aren't exactly perfect, but like I said, I'm a new painter. I'm learning, so it's just all about the process, I guess, guys. So anyways, just thought I'd do a quick painting tutorial and reminder. See you guys next time. It's the little things. Hey guys, just wanted to do a quick tip update. I know this is not the best looking. I'm kind of rushing through them. But basically what is going on here is I am this is basically about like details. God bless. My freaking phone could zoom in. Alright, so we'll hold it off back over here. Maybe that'll be better. So you see how the tip of the boot is silver, but then it has like that underlying layer that's supposed to be silver as well. Let's see if you can. Right there, yes sir. So you see how it's silver, and it should continue along and become the heel of the boot. That's just one of those little detail things that you can skip if you're trying to speed paint an army. You know, you can spend hours and hours and hours, you know, trying to pick out little details and stuff like that. And yes, it will help. It will help the look of your army and the detail and stuff like that. But unless you're getting ready for a tournament, like, you can skip over small details like that and go back and repaint them later, depending on what you're trying to do. So yeah, so it's just the little things. They can matter, but it's not the most important thing. So if you're just trying to bang stuff out, paint over it one color and come back and get it, or leave it blank. I mean, it depends on what you're trying to do. How to set up your workbench. Hey guys, Sit Paint and Play. Just wanted to do another painting tutorial, kind of for beginners, to inform. One thing you're gonna need is, and I apologize for the condition of our garage, it looks like horse hockey, but whenever you start painting, you're gonna make sure, one, you need a solid chair. You need something that has back support. Try to avoid a stool because it's going to make you hunch over more. Um, because that's what you tend to do because you're focused on one little tiny thing in your hand in front of you. So you are going to end up hunching more, and you're going to want to keep good posture because the more you hunch over, the more your back is eventually going to adjust to that, and the more you're going to hunch as you go on in life. If you do this for hours, 1 hour a day or whatever like that, your body will eventually get used to it and will accommodate for that, and you'll eventually end up hunching over a good chunk of the time. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen to everybody, but it also can cause some back pain. You can strain muscles. You can strain your neck. You can end up sore and stiff the next day. So make sure you have a good chair with solid back support that's going to protect your back and allows you to sit back and lean back and kind of focus the model more into the light. That'll kind of help have some of that light hitting it. That's one thing. Another thing you're going to need is light. Lots and lots of light. See how bright my table is? That's perfect because you're going to get into a lot of eye strain if you are constantly trying to refocus your eyes all the time, focusing on very, very small details of the model and things like that. That is one thing I struggled with in my earlier days. Just make sure you have some big lights. They don't have to be right there in front of you. I used to have a light that shone like always had it like 6 inches away from my model, and I was always almost more or less looking into the light. So I had a lot of my eyes would always hurt after I painted. Your paintbrushes and your station clean. Those are some just quick tips that you guys can kind of pick up on as you go. Another thing is keeping your brushes clean. Let's see if I can get it into focus. Oh, here it is. So let's see if I can get this to focus. Alright, so as you can see, if I can get it to, my brush is relatively clean. And I've been using this brush for about 2 or 3 weeks now. You just want to make sure that with your brushes, you can kind of see right there at the neck where it meets the actual handle of the brush. It's starting to get a little bit of a paint buildup. If you just take that and let it sit in warm water for a little bit, and just take the edge of your nail, let's see if I can, in a way, not exactly like this, but just kind of scrape, just super lightly, because if you do it too hard, you're going to start bending the brushes like that, you see? So just very lightly, like right along the edge, and if you let that soak in warm water, that will get rid of at least most of the outside layer. The inside layer is going to build up over time. There are solvents and soaps and stuff like that that will break down some of that stuff. So make sure you get those washed out. A lot of people use sonic cleaners. Basically, you just leave the head of your brush submerged in it for several minutes, and it vibrates so intensely that it breaks off all the particles. But those are just some quick tips. Also, keep your workstation clean. Mine, for the most part, is not terrible. I have 2 different lines of works, some that are painted with a certain style, and the others that are waiting to be painted into that style. I have my wet palette, which I have a video for, just my regular water brushes off to one side, all my paints in a row. I have more paints, but they're all elsewhere. These are just what I need for now. And then I just have some side projects that I'm working on in between, just to kind of break up the monotony. My rattle cans are over there off to the side, so bench cleanliness is definitely a must. So keep up the good work, guys. Keep your paint pots closed and your brushes clean. I will see you guys later.